Hey guys, this is Ruben Dua with Indus. So I'm here with Sumit Kapur, independent CFO slash consultant. Sounds like you work with a lot of startups.
I do. I work with a lot of startups. So I was basically a Wall Street person and wanted to get more into the operational side of finance, doing something more creative where I was building companies, really taking something from the ground up and using my financial skills to help somebody take their vision and execute on it from a financial perspective.
Cool, so how long were you in Wall Street for?
I was on Wall Street for about a total of 6 years.
Okay.
My last roles were in structured finance and that industry blew up, so I had to find something else new to do. And I'm really happy that it did.
I see, so you went from sort of big world to now working with a lot of startups and a lot more.
Yep, much more creativity. You know, the thing that I like about my role is that finance always has a seat at the table. There's always a need for somebody to do the Excel spreadsheets, to put together the business model behind it. And when you have the right person in a financial role, that person will not just do the Excel spreadsheets, but will help you develop the business model and really put your vision down into something that can be communicated with financials.
Right, and it also helps with the decision-making process through analytics and through numbers and, you know, where am I making most money? Where should I put all my resources?
Exactly,
cool.
Exactly.
So what are the most common mistakes that you see with startup companies?
Yeah, you know, I see a lot of guys that put a lot of things down on paper that don't really take the time to develop a very concise, short, focused approach to what they're doing. And so you'll see a lot of slides that'll be bullets upon bullets with sub-bullets upon sub-bullets, and the human brain, I feel like, just doesn't remember all of those. It can remember the first thing you said, maybe, and the last thing you said. And at the end of the day, when you're building a startup, what you want to do is develop a very clear vision for yourself, because that vision is what you will manifest, ultimately, if you think even spiritually about it. And that vision will also be what you end up attracting people and leading people to do, because leadership, I've heard, is really just inspiring people to do something, right? Not just managing. Management is one thing, leadership is another. This I'm borrowing from, you know, Jeff Weiner, which I thought was really beautiful. But if you have a very clear vision, then you can convey that to investors, you can convey that to people you're working with, and by doing that, you start to develop an energy behind it, right? But because you don't, if you don't take the time to really develop that concise, short explanation of what you're trying to do, then you don't get there.
But leave us with some advice.
Leave us with some advice, you know. I would say, you know, it's easier now than ever to put something together. I think that people don't understand how much easier it is. You know, I was in .com 1.0, left Wall Street back in 98, 99, started these companies that nothing ever worked out for me, you know, and you know, then the .com bubble burst, went back to Wall Street. Now I come back and I think that things have gotten so much better. Surely it can't be as easy as it was back then to put together a website. And now I'm doing it again for my own startup. And it's easier. It's easier than ever to put something together using Odesk, using little tools. You don't even need to raise venture capital. So the only advice that I'd have is understand just how easy it is to attack technology problems these days. It's much easier than it was, and just go after it.
Very well said.
Yep.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
Yep, thank you.
All right.